Hi everyone, and welcome to the Style Makers video hop. There's several here on YouTube that are on part of the hop, and what we're doing, we are sharing two videos. One is our scrapbooking essentials video, and which I also have posted, and this video is called Style Makers. And what this is, purpose of this video is to just share some of our favorite supplies and products that we use that help bring, our personal style. All of the YouTubers on the hop are so talented, and there's just so many different styles, so many different ways that people use their products. And so actually Irit is the one who got all this all together and organized it all, so thank you for that, Irit. She has a wonderful channel, she's part of the hop too, but she thought it'd be a great idea for us to maybe share some products that are specific to our style. Now, you may see some duplicated across the YouTubers because a lot of people use some of the same products, but I've pulled out a few items that really, when I'm scrapbooking, that are really my kind of what I call my go-to products that I use a lot of and help maybe with my own signature style. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I have a lot that I want to share with you. And some of these, like I said, you'll see throughout the hop because a lot of people use the same products. But these are things that I have found in my process that helps me with my style and my individuality when I'm doing a layout and creating things that I just love to use and enjoy using. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And let me welcome you first. My name is Sherry. This is my channel. It's called Auntie Ree Creates, which I'm called Auntie Riri by my nieces and nephews, so that's where the name came from. So it's Auntie Ree Creates is my channel because you're here, you know that. But my name is Sherry, so let me welcome you before I get started. And I'm going to jump right in. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is, of course, Enamel Dots, which I'm sure that you will see a lot of people share about. I love Enamel Dots. Now, I don't have near the collection like a lot of people I've seen. I do have a few, and excuse me. Do have quite a few. These I love to use as just an extra touch of color, an added little, just a little bit of finishing touch on my layouts. It's usually probably one of the last things that I add. And it's just great to be able to use these and add a little spark of color, just a little bit of extra interest. They come in all different colors, all different sizes. These actually I bought these are from Freckled Fawn. I bought several packages from Freckled Fawn, and I do like the different sizes and different colors that they have available. These I think were recollections. You can find these at Michael's. And so they're great to just add finishing touches. They're not that expensive, and you get a lot on the little plastic cover. You get a lot in a package. So Enamel Dots are probably one of my favorites. I do love them. I know a lot of people were making some with the perler beads. I did get some of those and tried them. So if you don't want to pay, $3 for a package, all over YouTube you can find out how to make your own using the perler beads and melting them. I did do a few. And so they're just kind of nice to have to be able to, like I said, add a finishing touch. Okay, so that is one of my items. Another thing that I'm going to talk about are date stamps. One thing that I do on every layout, and if I don't do it on my video and forgot it, I always go back and add it later, which I've done that a few times, are date stamps. I love to use date stamps. I date every layout that I do and I date it with the photo. For me, that's just how I think. I want to know when the photo was taken. I don't care about the products. I don't care when I created the layout necessarily, unless it's something specific and I'm reflecting. I will put photo and the date, journaling and the date. But for the most part, I date stamp with the date of the photo. And there's so many different date stamps out there. You can find them anywhere. There's a lot that companies are putting out that have phrases with the date. I have a lot of different of those. These are just a few of those that I have. This is one by Heidi Swap. It's really cool. It has the month in like a script, and then it has the dates in just a regular font. That's fun. This is probably my primary go-to stamp. And I think I got this at an office supply store. And it's just the month, days, and the year. And without fail, this is probably the one I grab the most. But I always make sure that I have one on my layout. That's just, if you look at my layouts, somewhere there's going to be the date stamp, because I always want to have the date on there. So to me, that is very important. I want to be able to look at the layout, you know, in 10 years and go, when was that taken? So for me, the date stamp is very important. Okay, and another thing that I love to do, I have here is a little box that I keep, and I love to keep found items and save things to use on my layout, because some of the stuff that we get, whether it's on clothing or on packages, is just so cute. You can use it on layouts, or, you know, or Project Life. If you do project, I do a lot of Project Life too, but you can use them on layouts. I mean, look at some of these. Look at how cool that tag is. That would just be so cool to use, you know, for my husband or something. Hard. They're, you know, most of them are like really hard, like a cardstock. I mean, that's just really a cool tag. And I just save a lot of these things and keep them in a box. That's an old one. I don't even know where I got that, but found items. A lot of these are mostly from clothing. Look at that tag. I mean, that's just so cool to be able to use that. And you can cover them with paper. You can gesso over them and paint them. But that's a nice thick tag, and that would just be. I mean, it's got the grommeted holes, and I mean, these tags are really cool. And I save the little envelopes that buttons come in when you buy a blouse, and they give you extra buttons. I save those because I can paint that. I can put a strip of, you know, pattern paper over it. And you got a cute little envelope that, you know, you would pay to buy if you could even find them in that size. Again, I love this. I love this. I pay for these. I buy these things in places where it's got the print and things, you know, that the companies all over, scrapbooking companies are making tags that look like they're like this. And so this was off of a piece of clothing or something, a sweatshirt, I don't remember. So I save these things. I'm just going through a few of them that I have here because they have, I mean, some of them have these, you know, the burlap cording, nice craft tag. I just save them all. Of course, Kate Spade, awesome. They're just fun. Look at this cute turquoise envelope from Kate Spade. I save all these things because somehow I can use these. Now, what I would do with this is if I wasn't doing a layout about Kate Spade, I would, you know, put some type of embellishment over this, and you've got a cute little card that you can put on a layout. I could even open and cover this, you know, with pattern paper or journaling card, whatever, and you've got a cute little journaling card there. So that's what I do. I save found items. That's kind of just my personality. I love to kind of like to, I don't want to say junk things up, but I love to use things like this. I've even used recycled, you know, junk mail. I have done that before and saved the envelopes with all the pretty colors on the inside and just use those for different things. So take a look at what you're throwing away. There's some fun things that you can keep and that you can pull out and use at some time. I just have this box in one of my scrapbooking drawers when I find something cool. And my husband knows now that he buys clothes, not to throw the stuff away. And I save them, I throw them in here. And if I need something, I just thumb through and it's there. So that is a lot of fun. That's a fun way to reuse things. Another thing that I do that is really a lot of my style, I love to do layering. And I use, again, a lot of different things to do layering. Not just necessarily pattern paper. What I love are bags. And I've been a part of kit clubs now for a while, in one form or another. And you always get things in these little glassine bags. Sequins or flare, whatever it may be. I save all of these bags that I've gotten. And I have another little drawer that I keep all of these in. All these glassine bags. They are great for layering. I love it because it adds another texture other than just pattern paper. If you've seen any of my videos, I do this. I've done this a few times in the videos that I've done already. And these are little paper bags that I bought. I don't know, Michael's or maybe Pick Your Plum, one of those kind of places where you can get them for practically nothing. And I have a supply of them in my scrapbooking drawer where I keep my bags. And they're great to tuck in, like, but this is great to use behind a 4x6 photo and a stack of pattern paper. Sometimes I will use the bags and tuck a little journaling card in them, which is something else that I use these. Hold on, let me pull one out here. Shipping tag. So if you can get these at the office supply store and just tuck a little shipping tag in, they're great for journaling. I do that a lot. Also, some of these little bags like this, great to just tuck behind in the corner of a, layering and just have it kind of stick out. You can layer embellishments on top of there, and it just adds another layer of texture on the layout, which I love. So this is kind of like a go-to for me. I love the using the glassine bags or any type of bag like this for layering. I keep even paper bags that, sometimes when you get a kit from a kit club, I used to belong to a kit club and they sent theirs in paper bags, brown paper bags. I fold those up and save them. Sometimes I'll tear that off and use it, or use some decorative scissors or something to just layer. I love the extra texture that it gives. So that's just a favorite of mine, a favorite thing about my style that I do love to do. Give that a try if you'd like. Another thing that I do, my personal style, I love color. Not all of my layouts do I do mixed media, but I'm going to do some form of color usually on everything. So I've got a few things here that I use for color. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of other people who are really into mixed media share a lot of things, but I love color. For me, my style is going to usually have, I do like to do, like I said, mixed media. For color, I'm going to be pulling out gelatos. You've seen a lot about gelatos if you search YouTube. I'm sure you'll even see some on our video hop. Mists. I do love spray mists. I have several. These are just a few of what I have, and they're so readily available. You can find them in Michael's now. Heidi Swap sells hers in Michael's. I think Recollections has some at Michael's. These are Mr. Huey's by Studio Calico. Just to have a mist, whether it's just a straight spray mist, or you can use a template and a stencil and make a design. You can, what I'm going to do, show you later in the droplets, you can actually take it and use as splatter colors by taking the nozzle out and just shaking the nozzle. So color is huge for me as far as my style. If you want to get started, you can go to Michael's. This is what I did. A color palette from Michael's. I don't know. I think this was like $6 or something. It wasn't very much at Michael's either. Wasn't very much at Michael's. And I don't know if you get it on sale or use a coupon, it'll be even less. But there's 2 color palettes right there. And so color is an easy thing to add to your layouts. It's something that, like I said, that's part of my style when we're talking about style makers. For me, that's one thing you're probably going to see on a lot of my layouts is color. I do love color. And so don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to branch out and use a little bit of color on your background. It just adds to it, and it just makes it fun. I'm in it for the creative process of it. So if I'm just doing a page and throwing some color on there and adding a photo, for me, it's more about the creative process. I do Project Life for documenting a lot. I also have pictures. For me, my layouts are about the creative process and sharing stories too. So, but I love color. That, for me, that is part of my style. So another thing, speaking of mists, is I love ink splatters. If you've seen some of my layouts, I do this a lot. I love just ink splatters, big bold splashes of ink. What I use mostly for that is going to be some type of actual ink, and with a dropper. This I actually just got at Michael's. It's got a little ink dropper there. I don't remember how much it was, but you can check. It's not very expensive. And it's just regular carbon black ink. And I will either just take the dropper and just shake it over the page. You can use a brush, a big fat brush, and drop it. You can also, if you have Mr. Huey's or any type of mist, like I said, you can do the same thing with color. If you're wanting the black, like ink droplets, you can use just a regular mist in black without having to buy ink. So if you already have your inks, you can use those for splatters. You can also use paint, like use black acrylic paint, thin it down with water, and it'll do the same thing. So part of my style, again, is splatters. I love ink splatters. I tend to get a little bit messy with my layouts, and that's part of it. I love the ink splatters. So that's another one of my favorites for my style. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we have? I think one other thing that I am going to talk about is embellishments. Now, like I said, I have been a part of kit clubs for a while now, and I love to use a kit but sometimes I want more, and I find that in the kit clubs, sometimes you don't get some of the smaller embellishments. You know, you get paper, you get thickers, you get, you know, the larger chipboard and things like that, which are great. But a lot of times you don't get a lot of the smaller embellishments that you want to just have to tuck in, or to be able to just add a little extra to your page. Now, what I did is, this is actually a subscription. This is a Freckled Fawn kit, and I actually subscribe to their kit. For me, this is one of the things that helps me define my style, and that is to have little embellishments to pull from. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I know this, don't be put off by this at first because it's a kit club. You don't have to do it this way. This is just a suggestion. This is what I did, is I wanted to have more than just paper and stickers. I wanted some little doodads that, you know, that I could just pull from. I love, like, you get these little stickers, for example. What I do is I get these kits, and then I just have a couple of bowls on my workstation. I'll try to fit these in here. And what I do is I will just empty, and I don't care. This is like, I don't know, I think this is October. I don't remember which month this is. I don't care that I use this in October. What I do is when I see stuff like, oh, that's cute, and I'll pull it out, and I just keep my bowls full. And so what that does is it allows me, if I'm doing a layout, and I'm like, I just need something else that maybe I didn't get in the kit, if I just need a little extra touch or something, I've got all these little goodies to pull from. I mean, I can just reach in and pull out. Now, I have a box of wood veneer, so if I know specifically what I'm looking for. But this is great because it's right at my fingertips. I want a clip. Oh, here's a clip. I want a little flare. Oh, great. Here's a couple little flares. Oh, here's some cute little clips. Here's some little love clips. I've got a, you know, just right at my fingertips. I don't have to go dig anything out of a package. I don't have to, you know, try to find something that'll match. I keep these bowls. This is part, again, we're talking about my style and what works for me. And when I'm nearing the end of a layout and I'm wanting some little pieces, or I'm, you know, maybe I didn't get any type of metals in the kit, and I want, you know, I want a look of metal, or I want a clip, you know, I have something to pull from here, and I'll tuck this on over a, you know, photo or something. And for me, I have to have these little bowls of goodies to just pull from, because for me, that's just how I work. And I work primarily from kits when I'm doing a layout. And so sometimes that kit maybe didn't give me everything that I need. You know, if you work with a kit, sometimes you're always pulling from your stash. Well, for me, this is what works. And so you don't have to subscribe. You can actually purchase like just one time, and, you know, when you run out, purchase again. These are from Freckled Fawn. I'm not endorsing Freckled Fawn necessarily. I'm not a design team member or nothing, but they just have cute little embellishments. You can also get these like after season. Like, I think I saw them on their website where they're closing out like the first part of the year. They still have kits left over that they're closing out. You can go to Michael's and just find little packages of things, you know, in the clearance, and get you a little bowl like this, or get something that works for you where you can just keep those little embellishments at hand. And I mean, this came in a Freckled Fawn kit, and I can't tell you how many times I have just reached over and go, oh, that would be cute on that layout to finish it, and use that. So I'm using my products a lot more this way. I'm actually going through them. When they're readily available for me to grab, it's much easier to use up the product. So the reason I'm sharing this, again, is not to get you to buy a kit, but to get you to think about having those little things handy so that you're not just stuck to the confines of the kit. Certainly use your kit, but sometimes you want something a little bit extra. And, you know, you can just pull from these things and have a little bit something extra to use on your layout if you wanted to just have something to finish it off. So for me, that is what I found that works. I keep all this little stuff here, and if I'm just looking for a little something, it's just easy to grab. So that is something that works for my style and the way that I scrapbook. I have learned that about myself. I have to have these to just be able to pull from at any given time. And so I think that is about all that I have for style makers, and just wanted to share a little bit about my style, what I use in my layouts, what I use in my processes, and some of my favorite products that make my style my own. Now, one last thing is I shared on my essentials video. And if you haven't watched that yet, you want to hop over and watch that. I shared on my essentials video that I wanted to do a giveaway because I'm fairly new to the YouTube community. And I just so appreciate everybody who watches and leaves comments. I'm still, you know, like just amazed that people, you know, want to watch me scrap. And so I really appreciate that. And so what I'm doing, I wanted to do this because right now December is here. There's a lot going on with December dailies and December albums, and I have a lot of product. I'm a December daily fan. This will be my 5th year doing it, and I wanted to have a giveaway and hopefully help inspire somebody or help add to your collection of what you're working on. So I'm going to be giving away this bit of goodies right here to maybe help you with your December daily. And I'm going to go through it again. I went through it on the other video, but if you haven't watched it yet, I want to make sure I show you what it is. And I'm giving away an October afternoon a Mary book, and it comes with everything you need to make a mini album. I have these LA Studio wood veneers. These are actually from last year, but they're brand new, unopened wood veneers for Christmas. I have these American Crafts bits and pieces, and these are holiday die cuts. Now these have been opened, but I don't know that I even used any out of them. I think I opened them to pull from, and I don't think I ever did use any. Maybe 1 or 2 might be missing, but I just went through it, and it's like I'm recognizing almost all of these. So 1 or 2 pieces missing, if any. So I'm going to be sending that to you. And also October afternoon holiday style line. I have a pack of buttons. These are brand new. And a flour sack, which is fun variety of different die cuts. Perfect to use for your December daily. These are both brand new. And from Studio Calico, I have a couple of craft tags, Holiday Festivus and the Snowflake craft tags. They also have a little bag of like confetti that I'm going to send to you. And I used this in this year's December daily and put it in one of my pocket pages and sewed it up. And I had a little confetti pocket. So I'm going to send you a bag of that. I also have a couple of American Crafts ribbons. One says Merry Christmas and the other is Christmas trees. And then I have a little bit of flair that I'm going to send you. These are actually October afternoon chipboard buttons, and then a flare that was from a kit left over. I don't remember, one of my December daily kits. So I'm going to be sending that to you. And I also have a ton of twine, so I think I'm going to throw some twine in. I like to use some twine, maybe some silver or gold twine and some red. So I'm going to be sending that out to you. And how we're going to do that is I just need you to leave me a comment. I'm not looking to do this as a way to gain subscribers. As I said before, I don't want you to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to. So if I want you I want real subscribers. I want you to subscribe if you like it and you're going to enjoy it. So this is not to get subscribers. You do not have to sub to my channel to win this. All you need to do is leave a comment just so I know that you watched it and how to get a hold of you. So I do need you to, what we're going to do is have you watch both videos. If you watch my Style Makers video, which you're watching now, and also the Scrapbooking Essentials video. Leave me a comment on both of those. You have to leave a comment on both videos. And what I will do is I will just compile a list of people who left comments on both, and we'll just do a simple drawing. And if you win, I will be contacting you. I will first of all, try to contact you through YouTube, private message. So make sure you're watching this. This will end. Starting on the 30th, we're posting. So we'll go through the next Sunday. I'll end it on Sunday, December 7th. So make sure that you are leaving a comment and so that you can win. And again, I just want to thank you so much for watching the video and being a part of the hop. I have a link down in the box below of all of the YouTubers that are involved in this, and it is quite an extensive list, some talented people, and I'm just thrilled that I get to be a part of it because there's some great YouTubers in the list. So you'll want to make sure that you go through and watch some of those because there's some fabulous inspiration and lots of great ideas. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and if you like my channel and you want to subscribe, certainly would love to have you. But again, you do not have to sub to win the prize. Just leave me a comment on both videos. And good luck to those who are leaving comments. Thank you. And this is Sherry. So again, thank you so much. And hopefully we will see you back here on my channel soon. Have a great day.